guys, and welcome back to another lip balm review. So, oh boy, I've been putting off doing this one after the last Avon review I did. I still have the final one from that collection to go, and I mean, if I were a smart person, I would have just skipped it after how that went. But, you know what, no, I'm gonna do it. May as well. I paid money for it, so I may as well review it, even if it goes horribly wrong. Like I said, there was something about this particular collection, just from that specific year, because I've even bought this collection in different years and been perfectly fine. Just throwing that out there. This was from the 2017 version, not 2018. I have those too. I'll review them as well at some point, but oh boy, I'm nervous. This is the buttercream one. The candy cane one is the one that went so horribly wrong that the company had to ask me to mail it to them so they could test it. So I mean, there is that. So here's the color. Why is it? Oh, because the label's over part of it. I was like, tell me there's not something wrong already, but no, okay. Making sure that everything looks okay on the sides. So far, it is looking normal-ish, except for the fact that it collapsed on itself on one side. That's a little... Maybe I won't roll it up further, but, oh dear. Alright. Alright, let's roll it back down. Smells okay, I think. But I'm leery. I am so leery after that candy cane one. You guys don't even know. But I will again preface it saying, I've been a lifelong Avon purchaser and user. Never had this issue with anything else from them other than just the ones from that one collection, that one year. So, why I'm still doing this one that is left from that same collection, I don't know. But clearly I'm a masochist, I don't know. Anyway, format-wise, it is a stick. Packaging-wise, it's cute. It's got stripes. I think they all did. Well, no, they didn't. They were all a little different from each other, but... Ah, God, let's see here. Do we have an expiration date? We do not. It's a lot number. Okay, that's alright. It did do that bubbling, warpy thing with the label on this one again. Past few years with the holiday collections, I've noticed that's a thing. I don't know why that is, but it annoys the crap out of me. Avon, get your shit together. But, sorry, my nose is sniffly. But, okay. Nothing really worth noting other than they also placed the label incorrectly and it's down so far to where it's half over the turn wheel. So good luck moving this thing. You have to, like, use just, like, the tippy tips of your fingers just to even be able to move it. That bothers me. Again, fix your shit. Because it's happened a few times now with the labels. That's not exclusive to this collection, sadly, with them. I wish they would fix that horribly badly. Like, you have no idea how badly. I want them to fix that. Otherwise, I have to go in with an X-Acto knife and do it myself, and more times than not, I end up slicing my fingers, and I'd really rather not do that. I'd rather they just cut it correctly in the first place. I mean, that shouldn't be so much to ask. I'm in a mood. I'm sorry. Anyway. I'm also on edge because I know what happened last time. I'm having a little bit of, like, lip balm PTSD over this. So, alright. These are synthetic. They are very, 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 very synthetic. These are all chemicals that are in it. I'm not even going to attempt to read that because it's so tiny, I freaking can't. I literally can't even. But I can tell you the first ingredient is polybutane. Actually, on this one, I take it back. If I wanted to, I could on this one. Most of them have been warped over, curiously, that part of it, to where it's like, oh, well, if I wanted to know, I can't, but I'm not going to waste my time with that, but like half of the ingredients here are just the color names. So people who are sensitive to that sort of thing, like people with ADD, ADHD, proceed with caution. But the first thing in it is polybutane, so yeah, it's very synthetic. We'll leave it at that. It was limited edition. Again, this is from the 2017 version, not the 2018 version that just came out last holiday season. Was part of a set of 4. Couldn't freaking tell you the other flavors offhand, but I reviewed the other 3 already, so I mean, you could just go through my channel and find them that way. Amount of product is 0.15 ounces, so that's standard. There's no shelf life given at all. Not even so many months after opening. So that's a thing. Sturdiness-wise, I have some issues. I mean, for one, this part just does not want to stay on, so you're either going to lose that, or you're going to have to glue it down, or you're going to have to slide it back on every single time you use your lip balm, lest it rip, and then it's just gone like that anyway. The actual cap, it's actually pretty thick plastic, so I really can't complain with that part. Doesn't stay on the best, but I mean, it is what it is. It stays on well enough, I think. But, again, issues with that turn wheel because of how they cut the label. Let's see if I can jerry-rig it up. Whoop! Okay, actually, I just kind of sort of did the thing myself, but trying to get it in the correct positioning now where it's not over the cap. My god, okay. It is a very fine-tuned operation, apparently. Okay, did I get it this time? Haha, see, it's supposed to be way up there. There's way more turn wheel here than what was showing before, so now that that is actually exposed, let's try— oh, yeah, that makes a huge freaking difference. Yeah, look how much more easily that glides instead of going like with a fine-tooth comb or something. Yeah, that is way the frick better. Alright. Although, the more I'm moving it, the more it's cracking, so I'm gonna stop doing that. But, it's not really a wiggly— actually, I take that back. Yeah, it is a wiggly turn wheel. Like, can we just— yeah, that is very, very wiggly. So, that, for me, is personally a strike. Don't know about you guys, but for me it is. No special features, no SPF, no medication. So let's talk about that scent, which means I have to roll it up again and watch it crack some more. It's gonna go the second I use it. We all know this. So, it does have a buttery quality to it. That actually is basically what it smells like. It's not really buttercream. It smells like straight up butter. With like the tiniest hint of almond. So, almond butter. But it's not really sugary. At least it's not like the version before this from the 2016 collection, I believe, where it smelled like bread. That one was kind of gross. So, I mean, this one isn't bad. It's just not buttercream, it's just butter. Oh well, it may leave some tint, it may not. I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out. That is not magical. I barely touched it, guys. Oh my god. Well, let's see if I can, try and use those edges. That's a huge clusterfuck mess. Ugh. It left clumps. Ew. Ew, it's under my nail, gross. But, that is not the first time, sadly, that I've ever seen one from Avon do that, but that's also not exclusively something to their brand. I think it may have left a little color, because that looks like there's some color there, so alright. I'm okay with the color. Now that it's on... nope, still smells like butter. It still smells like frickin' butter, alright. Because I wanted to see if maybe, once I used it a little, if it would smell more like buttercream. No, it doesn't. It freaking doesn't. But at least it's not burning my damn lips off like the last one, so that's good. The consistency also feels more like it's supposed to as well on this one, so I think it's okay. It's kind of medium thickness, actually. It is creamy, but it's got a greasiness to it, which is not surprising for how shiny it is, but it is sticky. It's got some tackiness to it, so if that's a deal breaker for you, just throwing that out there, that's a thing. Again, that's not always a thing with Avon lip balms, but some of they're kind of all the hell over the place with theirs, especially for the little cheap stick ones. Some of their other ones are more consistent, but the little cheapo 99-cent ones, yeah, they usually, it's nobody's secret that they're kinda, cheap. But anyway, Sorry, my nose is sniffly because it's morning, and yet I can still smell this, so there is that. I did test a few things before I started this review to make sure I could smell, as otherwise, if I did this and couldn't smell, that would be an unfair review. But no, I can smell just fine. I just have this naughty nose because allergies. Because I went outside with my dog earlier, and I hadn't taken my allergy pill yet, so I pay the price now. Ew, it kind of tastes like butter. Paula Dean, I found you a thing that you'd probably like, because butter. Anyway, let me see. Yeah, there is a little bit of color. I didn't want to do that, like, real hard, but there, yeah, you see a little bit of pink there. So, alright, that answers that question. Yeah, rub it on my pants. Genius, Jen. The odd thing, even though it tastes like butter, and it smells like butter, I almost get, like, a little aftertaste of vanilla. It's the only vanilla in the whole thing that I'm picking up on is in the aftertaste. But alright, they may be very slightly saving themselves on that. That is technically in there somewhere. You have to dig for it and you have to be paying attention for it, but it's technically there. Alright. Moisturization-wise, they may or may not work. I mean, again, your mileage may vary with these. Mine kind of always did, too, so, I wouldn't put a whole huge amount of faith in them working, but I mean, if you just want something on your lips so they actively feel moist while you're wearing it, it's fine for that. If you need it to actually do some, like, repair work for moisture, yeah, I can't honestly say one way or the other on this one. Because I've had such mixed results with these. And, I mean, usually I can tell when I put it on if it feels like it's going to or not. This one's really, really on the fence, middle of the road, where I'm like, it could go either way. I would err on the side of caution, say it might not, but I mean, it might, but I mean, I wouldn't have my hopes up too high for it. But anyway, longevity-wise on these, if you don't eat or drink anything, they actually do stay on pretty well. That is one thing that I always liked about them, and why, like, in school, generally I always had Avon lip balms with me because I could put them on and they'd stay on a good portion of the day till, like, lunchtime, and then I'd put it back on and be on for the rest of the day. So they do stay for that. But there's always a but as soon as you eat or drink something. I'm gonna dock half a point, because it came off a lot on my upper lip from that, but it's still there a little bit. The only thing that feels left is the sticky part. Like, the glossy moist part seems to be missing now, but the sticky part underneath is still there, so I mean, something is still on my lip, so I'm gonna count that as a half point. I don't think I'm gonna give this the wow factor, though. But I mean, it's not as bad as the last one. At least there's nothing horrifically wrong with it where I have to contact the company again or anything, so I mean, there's that, so I'll count that as a win. I'll count that as a win. So what would I rate this one? Well, again, a 1 point on the packaging that they can never freaking seem to cut the labels correctly, so unless you sit there and screw with them, they just don't fit right. The wiggly turn wheel, that's a thing against it. The scent isn't exactly accurate to what it's supposed to be, so that to me is a point against it. Same with the flavor. I'm not really here for the sticky feeling. Not real wild about it. And I mean, I feel like it's a considerable amount of stickiness. So, I mean, a lot of lip balms have a little bit of tack to them, and I just count that as normal. This is more than that level. So I'm like, ooh, that's not great. So, I mean, that's a thing. I like the color, though. I do like the flush of color. Just throwing that out there, because I wasn't expecting there to be one. So that was a nice little surprise. But half point on the drink test, no wow factor. So that leaves us 3.5 out of 10. Okay, well, that is a thing. I went into this knowing that it probably wouldn't get high marks, being from the particular collection that it was, the particular year that it was. So, I mean, it still did better than I think most of its counterparts did, but I mean, yeah, I know, it wasn't great. I wouldn't say to go out of your way to hunt this one down, honestly. Maybe the 2018 version's better, I hope that it is. Usually they seem to fix things over time, so my hopes are there that they did better. But that's the 2017 version anyway, so again, at least nothing was horrifically wrong with it, other than it kind of collapsing on. Wait, one more point against it. The fact that it was caving in on itself and then with almost no power, that it mushed down all over the place, that's gonna be a point. So, okay, I take back my score. That is going to be a 2.5 out of 10. Oh my god, that phone.
Hello, please leave a message after the tone.
Magical. All that for that. All day, every day. So anyway, 2.5 out of 10. Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way for it. Maybe the 2018 version, I don't know. But this one, the one from 2017, I would say that whole collection was a pass from 2017. So, just my 2 cents worth. So anyhow, hopefully you guys enjoyed this anyway. And seeing my lip balm PTSD and getting into this, although it turned out to be okay, so I'm fine. But anywho, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below. Did any of you guys have this version of this one from specifically 2017? Did you find any of the things that I pointed out true of yours as well? I bet you did. Let me know down below, as well as anything else about anything at all you feel like leaving me down in the comments. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. So anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.